Kind of dark. And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Sean Cassell, big up yourself. Thank you for being the first one in this morning. Sean says, morning fam, and please hit the like button as you join the live. Asarin Odetta is right there with us. Asarin Odetta, I hope all is well. Shout out to the family going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra, special, big up, shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance drivers. Shout out to the garbage truck driver. Shout out to the school bus driver. Shout out to the delivery drivers. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself, regardless of what your profession is. And I didn't shout it out this morning like law enforcement personnel, military personnel, the engineers. Shout out to the, you know the thing already. Manners and respect to each and every one of you, and thank you for being here this morning. We'll cut the intro short. All right, so we could get right to the topics because time is of the essence. I don't know. I feel like I'm being rushed this morning, or I'm rushing myself because we have a 9 o'clock deadline where we have to finish this thing up. And I've been up since like 3 o'clock working on other things before I even come over here. And I get so caught up in those other things. I'm like, should I start at 6? Should I start at 6? Okay, give me 5 more minutes. Then 6 turn to 6:30, 6:30 turn to 7. Once I start a project, I don't like to deviate from it because then it's hard to get back into the swing. You have this momentum going. So that's why I'm late as again, 7:44. But here we are. Um, any dancehall enthusiasts in the house this morning? I see one already. How you like Jada response? LA. LA, listen. I'm about to do a full review upon the response there, okay? Me no want to do it yesterday this morning. Kaitai John Empress, big up yourself. I don't want to do it here this morning. LA says, how do I like Jada response? So Stefflon Don and Jada Kingdom have been going at it. Well, Stefflon Don fired some shots, and Jada Kingdom itched for a minute like she hesitated to respond. And then she did respond, and I won't say anything about it here because I'm about to do a video. One of the things I'm doing for 2024 is I'm actually going to start doing my dancehall reviews again because I've been saying it for a long time. But dancehall has been so uninspiring. That's the word. Perfect word. It's been so uninspiring. Nobody has made me feel like I wanted to go pick up a pen and paper and listen. I was saying to wifey, I say, I think I think it's because we're not listening to it constantly. Why we don't feel like it's doing what it's supposed to do. Like I, I'm not into dancehall anymore like that, or I wasn't into dancehall anymore like that, right? And wifey is like, no man, it's not you alone. It's the material is not hitting. It's not dancehall not doing what it was supposed to do. You know, the people them that are coming out, the new dancehall, I guess, something about our dancehall music changed, and I'm trying to put my finger on what it is exactly. Because just like she said, she's still listening to the old, to like 90s dancehall and up to like early 2000s, mid 2000s dancehall, even recently, like late 2000s. But the new dancehall that come out like last year and this year is just like, what are they talking about? Everybody are so good. Everybody want a girl for bump on a body. Everybody hood dung in a throat. Everybody like there's nothing else to talk about, or everybody is chopping. I I mean, is there no other topic? Is dancehall just sex and every song is sex or violence? Every song is sex or violence. Big up to artists like Chronic Law. Chronic Law is like a superior friggin' writer slash poet slash him good. Him good. His penmanship is sick. Big up to Massacre. His penmanship is sick. There's quite a few of them that's doing it. But this new generation of dancehall artists, oh my God. And I think the rhythm changed. For the first time I'm actually paying attention to it, that the beat changed, the rhythm changed. So now when you listen dancehall, it don't have that flavor that make you used to want dance. You remember when 90s dancehall come on? It soon as you hear it, you dancing and it didn't matter what artist was on the rhythm. They used to do juggling, they used to do mixing, they used to do where 10 artists would be on one rhythm and the rhythm would run straight. And the 10 artists on that one rhythm would have 10 different flavors on the one rhythm. Sound like you listen to 10 different songs. Now, it's like they don't really do that no more. Well, I see Russian trying to bring it back with the Dirty Money rhythm, and somebody else is doing it. But apart from that, the rhythm changed for dancehall, and I don't think it was a good change. I don't think it was a good change. There's too much hip hop influence in it, too much Americanized stuff going on in it. It's not authentic to Jamaica anymore. But I mean, people like Bounty Killer and them been saying that for a while. I just wasn't really paying attention to it because again, it was so uninspiring. You remember back in the day when people had the badness, we never used to sing about it, when when we were doing stuff like I heard one person say back in the day when people used to sell drugs, they used to sell drugs as a means of getting up out of their situations that they were in, socioeconomic situations they were in. The goal was to launder this money clean. Um, Pause. Let me do my disclaimer first. I am not promoting selling drugs. I'm not promoting any kind of illegal activity. I'm just saying, back in the day, a time gone by, we were different. Man that was selling drugs, yeah, they used to show off a little bit. You had the stunners, but for the most part, the goal was to save the money, flip the money, start a legal business, leave the drug life behind, that kind of stuff. Now the music is about being a drug head. Yeah. Nobody used to brag about smoking crack before in a song. Where where did that come from? Nobody used to. Now you drink this, you smoke that, you pop this, and they're proud of it. So I guess that's where the music lost me, man. I guess that's where the music lost me. And women used to be sexy in the music without skinning out them pum pum and them body. Yeah, that part. She'll leave something to the imagination, But now it's just all on Front Street. Two titties out, you sit in nipple. Only thing that you didn't see on the pum pum is the clitoris, cause you see the two jaws of it. You see everything, the whole body out the door, everything. Like it's just not my thing anymore. But this year, I'm gonna jump back in. I'm gonna give it some effort in an effort to bridge the gap. I'm gonna give it some effort to try to listen to these songs, to try to see where the new artist is coming from with the new generation of thinking, and try to pick the sense out of the nonsense. I think this is very necessary. Yeah. Because people who talk sense, if they go quiet, then everybody will believe that nonsense is what sense is. So we have to talk up. You miss old dancehall, Miss Lovely Anika. Hey, y'all go over to Lovely Anika channel. Please hit that like button over there, subscribe button over there, and also check out her content. I tell you that almost every time I see her over here. So please, I'm asking you, just go over there, hit her up. Most of the songs on Dirty Money are trash to me, says King Biggs. You know what I don't like? I don't like when an artist just start out and they're already starting out with two guns in the air. I shoot people in them face, me this, me that, me and me chopper bridge in them. Man, no take no talk and run road wicked and this. You just starting out. You just starting out. That might work for one, maybe two, but after that you getting stifled because there's only so much of that everybody can take. And then even if they put like 10 of them through the gate, the 10 of them only go so far because 5 years from now you won't hear about nine out of the 10. That part, there's no longevity in it. I don't know, man. I think people need to I don't know. I'm not gonna tell people what they need to do because I don't want to be too much of a critic either of the music because it's art. And I hate when art is censored. That's a big deal for me. It's like I'm over here doing a painting and you're like, nah, you can't paint that because politically this part. So now I'm gonna have to change my painting to some other kind of painting. Now, when that painting is seen 10, 15 years from now, that painting won't depict what the artist said or saw or felt genuinely. It'll depict what someone told him to put on the painting. So I hate when art is censored. I'm just saying the oversaturation of friggery. Because there's a time for friggery. I'm an indulgent kind of person. I'm not one of them kind of person that believe in, oh, walk the straight and narrow path all the time and just be good every day. And that's not life. I have good in me and I have bad in me. I just try to exercise the good more. But there comes a time when you like to indulge in some foolishness, right? Me like get dressed up to and go party too. And I like look over there and see the skin out them too and see people that dance and all these things too. But I'm saying, man, the overindulgence of it, like, you ever hear granny say, anything like too much of one thing good for nothing. Yeah, that's saying right there. Too much of one thing good for nothing. So every day you just hear the same. Everybody is killing. Everybody have them gun pan them and we bust it in your face. Everybody is chopping. Everybody have them hoodlung in a throat. Everybody is I'm like, okay, what else we got? What else we're gonna talk about? Y'all traveling the world. I see y'all flying out. Sing about some of the places them that you've been. Sing about some of the new culture that you've encountered. Sing about how the girl them stay over Paris when the dancehall music lick them. Sing about, I don't know, sing about something else, damn it. Just it can't be the same thing every day, man. But whatever. I'll be all up in it this year. So look forward to those. All right. The blind the blind did the best song on it. I understand. You know, I haven't listened to his song yet. I have not listened. Let me say, I say, Foota hype say, um, him see the man gone viral with him song. So, matter of fact, I just opened my phone. Look who is on it. No kidding. See, there's Foota hype right there. So, Foota look like my auntie in in bed. I chat people business. But there's Foota right there. And then I was about to listen to Jada Kingdom's response for it's called London Bed. Mm. But Nige Boy, I think his name is a blind singer or visually impaired singer who sings like Dexter Daps. I remember him doing a Dexter Daps. That's how he went viral in the first place. He did a Dexter Daps song and sounded almost just like Dexter Daps doing the song. So even Dexter Daps them did reach out to him and stuff like that, big him up, you know. But I haven't listened to his song yet. I see them put him in a bed with girls and the video looks good and all these things. To tell you the truth, I'm just happy for him. I'm just happy for him because I do know quite a few people in Jamaica that have, like, we don't want to say handicap issues, but they might be in wheelchairs or they might be, they might walk a certain way because them have certain like cerebral palsy or whatever else they have going on in their life. And the scope is pretty limited for them. It's not like America. And I was telling people that the other day too. If you go to say Walmart, right? Look at the one of the cashiers. You can work as a cashier. You can work outside pulling the carts in. They have job positions for you. And I've known one particular Jamaican guy that works at, for those of you who live in my city who see me out all the time, hail me up, big you up. May I talk about the Walmart on Palm Bay Road. Go look at that Walmart. There's a brother there who knows me because I used to work there, right, years ago. So this how long he been there. I think he's been there like way before I even came there. So him did about 19 years or 20 something years now. Come see the badge for him shirt. But I'm saying he has full job security. He has stocks in Walmart. He has, money coming to him, a pension when he retires from it, and it's a Walmart job. But we don't have all these resources for people in Jamaica. I remember a person called in and said, SouFlo, I don't know if you could be an advocate because, you do the occupational therapy stuff. But if you could be an advocate for us in Jamaica, because I'm a young person who's in a wheelchair and I live in the rural areas and I don't get to go nowhere because I can't carry myself anywhere. If we did have some sidewalk and if we had some transportation that could work with our wheelchairs and stuff like that, then it would make us a bit more independent. But because I don't have any of that where I'm from, most of the time somebody just wheel me go to the gate and me sit down on my gate all day and just watch people pass. What kind of life is that, right? For somebody who's 18, 19, 20, 21, them kind of ages. They're not passing milestones. They're not they don't have a group that they are peers that they are with. Them have to sit down at them gate and watch people pass. So yeah, for that, for him, Nige boy, it's not a pity thing. It's I'm happy to see him able to do what he's doing, and they took him serious. Cause you know how people wicked already. You could have sing till you can't sing no more. This industry will look at you and be like, damn, she sing like when Whitney Houston was alive with young Whitney. She sing like a young Mariah Carey. She hit those notes nobody else can hit. But our face not marketable, and our body ain't gonna sell. So they'll shelf you, right? Same thing for the guys. Damn, who's that singing? And then they'll look and they'll see him and they'll be like, but he blind though. Shelf him. So to see him going and getting some momentum out of it, I wish the best for him. I hope Niger Boy gets to travel the world, perform at big shows, do all kinds of stuff like that that people with good sight and good voice get to do. Seeing? Kaz Robinson says this guy have talent, and I hope they don't take him and make poops, boops, or boops him out. Say boops there. Yeah, boops for those of you who are young or don't know, boops is somebody that you use. You use out their money, you use them up, and when you're done with them, you discard of them. Them had an old song back in the day. Say boops there, girl, go and go run them down. Hey, say boops there. Boops is the man who the girl could have, hi babe, and take away money. All right. Eat Good TV. Shout out to Eat Good TV. Big up yourself. Miss Margaret over at Eat Good TV. Me and Miss Margaret did an extensive campaign. I believe it was last year and the year before, right, Miss Margaret? Eat Good TV. Send people over there all the time. I just haven't seen Miss Margaret in a while, but I know she's here. Big up to Eat Good TV. Eat Good TV is one of them channels there where I'm always proud. When I do promo for people's channel, I check out their material first. If the material is, because I don't like to lie, if the material is not up to par, or if you are not a person that's going to put in the work and make it interesting for my audience, educational, interesting, something, show me something different, something, then I usually like beat around the bush and end up not doing a promotion for that, right? I was blown away by Eat Good TV, Miss Margaret. And the reason I was is because, and a lot of you went over there too and subscribed. So big up to you for doing that. But you were just as blown away as I was, right? Missy Brom Brom, have a good day. So the reason why I was blown away at Eat Good TV was because of the things she's able to do with food, like with especially with traditional dishes. So go over to Eat Good TV, check out the food, and check out how she flips the script, and you probably can end up doing that too at your home for your family. Seeing Kaitai Jai Empress says facts 100, no joke. So yeah, when I send you to other people's channel, trust me, when I just send you go on just any channel. Because I don't want you to go over there and be like, okay, so Flo, and this, what is, right? Even when people approach me to do music reviews, that's one of the hardest things for me. One of the hardest things for me is a man called me and say, yo, so Flo, may I send you the song right now, seeing why you do, I run a promo upon it for me. And me I say, all right, work out the terms and conditions and everything. Me say, me listen to the song first. You have a video for it? Them said, no. I said, damn. Videos in today's day and age, if you're gonna release music, you have some visual to go with it. Nobody gonna really listen to just song unless you're an established artist, right? And usually when they're calling, they're not that established. So me go listen to the song, and the song sounds like it was recorded under the bed in the back of one house somewhere. and it was used with like a karaoke machine or something. So the quality is poor, the lyrics is poor, the vocals is poor, everything about it is poor. Me nobody do no promo upon that. I just tell them say, yo, listen, yeah man, the song sound good still, but you know it needs some work. When you tell them that, be a problem. I gave some constructive criticism the other day to a particular artist. I'm not gonna call his name. This thing gets dangerous. Here what the man tell me, sir. I must remember that I'm in Florida like they are, and I'm not hard to find. And so, Flo, if you remember, say Florida, you're there and you're not hard to reach. Florida, you're there like we, you know, hard to reach. I was like, well, look at this. I'm just giving some constructive criticism. I'm not gonna say the name, but I said to the person, I said that name not go nowhere. Why would somebody name themselves that? That's what I said. I said change the name because you have the music part. The person has professional music videos. The mixing and mastering of the music sounds good, up to par, radio quality. But the image that the person is pushing forward with the music and the name, I already knew it wasn't going to go nowhere. No, time has gone by. Wifey just asked me yesterday or day before yesterday. We have a discussion. And wifey said, "Yeah, babe. So which part them they know? Where is he now? Is that he? Where is he now? Nowhere. Nowhere. By the way, I can't do me nothing. I'll make you can't do no shows in Florida. So y'all be careful. And that's what I don't like about my brothers too. And them feel like say if them bad everywhere. You not bad everywhere, brother. Bad people they everywhere. You not bad everywhere. Bad people is everywhere. Right. So be able to yourself sometimes and take some constructive criticism. I don't do disrespect. I never told you say your music sound like shite. I never said that. I just I said that why would you name yourself that? Just go revamp and come again. Not true? Hey, whatever. Anyhow, this morning we have a bunch of things I got. Kaz Robinson says, "What's get me if you can't take criticism? Why ask for advice or feedback?" Exactly. But the bigger part is why threaten my life? Why I take this as a threat to my life. When you tell me about, if you remember, say a Florida, you're there just like we, so you're not hard for reach. What that supposed to mean? What that I said, reach me, please. I beg you, reach me. When you see me, reach me. I beg you do. Then we'll talk about it after that. Right? Uh oh man. Um easy yourself, yeah, man. Cause we're not pushing no badness and we're not into no badness. You know, we do self-defense, but we don't do badness. We don't do disrespect. We don't give out disrespect either. You know, but if you disrespect, you will get disrespected. That kind of thing. No weak fence, no over here. I keep telling people this. I'm Jamaican. I am a Caribbean individual with spicy. All of the island them spicy. Jamaica look like them have extra spice, and every Jamaican have a little chip. When that chip that gets switched, it's a wrap. I'm one of them too. I'm not different from anybody else. So just like how you bad, me can bad too. I was just trying to help you out. Boobs, aka Sugar Daddy, aka Idiot. Banches said Boobs, aka Sugar Daddy, aka Idiot. Hey, we got a couple of things to talk about this morning, right? The DA, Fani Willis, that is prosecuting Donald Trump. I don't know if y'all seen what's happening with that. We'll get into that in a minute. We also about to talk about 20-year prison sentence for juveniles. That's the new law in Jamaica that they laid down, but they have some advocacy group that is basically begging the authorities to rethink this and change it around. I have things to say about that. And there's immigration matters, right? Every now and then we pass out some information concerning immigration or anything else just to get everybody up to par so you're wiser and you're not left in the dark. Those are pretty much what we have this morning. And of course, the guy who jumped on the judge reappears in court. Did y'all see how he reappeared in court? Oh, I got it right here. Hold on. I still got it in my editor. This looked like some 400 years a slave. You see him? Right, that's how he reappeared in court. So you run up, you dive over the thing, you jump on the judge. He could have jumped on anybody in the courtroom. You could have punched your lawyer because your lawyer wasn't representing you correctly. You could have went after one of the bailiffs. You could have went after another person in the courtroom that's waiting to hear their case, get their case heard. Something, anything. You went after the him chest high. He went after the superior person in the courtroom. That's the guy who flew over like a squirrel, flying squirrel, ninja tactics, Olympic dive. They beat him down, they lock him up. There's a lot of people who are saying, what is that that's placed on his face? His picture was actually put side by side with that thing they used to put on slaves, the muzzle they used to put on slaves when slaves would run away. But I'm not I'm not I'm not co-signing that. This that he has on his face is a spit mask. For those of you who don't know. Okay. See, Karen noticed saying that it's a spit mask. What they had on the slaves was metal. This is not metal. This is a spit mask. You can't bite and you can't spit. His has a bite guard in it. So it looks kind of scary, right? I don't know, maybe in my mind, but I think I'm claustrophobic to a certain extent. I would just be dying in that. His sister said he has mental issues. Listen, I don't think we needed his sister to tell us that though, King David, because for you to be in the court, like I said before, you could have jumped on anybody else. For you for being at a courtroom and run and dive at the judge and got the judge, you jumped on the judge out of everybody else. Yeah, you're not rap tight. Something wrong with you. Hannibal Lecter style. I'll eat your kidney with some lima beans. Remember that? Good movie. I might watch that movie tonight. Me tired of see people. I've been going to the gym. I've been trying to get my boys on their program for football. You know, they've been playing football since they were 5 and 6 years old, and this is like their dream to like go off to college and play football there and take it one step at a time, so on and so forth. And if it goes further, it goes further. So now that they're so grown, they're driving and all that. They're in the 10th grade now. So we have 2 more years. 11th and 12th grade year, I'm trying to tell them that these are the years that you explode, right? They're still in the 10th grade. We have summer coming up, and then we have going back to the 11th grade, and then they have 12th grade. 2 more years in school after this year, and then they'll be right there. But people are going to look at how they performed in their last 2 years of school. So right now, everybody have full gym membership, and I am committed to going to the gym with them every day because I got to get these boys big and strong and aggressive and all about their sport so that they can. Basically, I'm doing what a daddy is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it takes. So it tired me out. And I came in here yesterday. We worked out so hard. I came in here yesterday and I just felt like I wanted to vomit. I kept telling wife, I said, me, I go throw up, you know. I feel like me, I go throw up and stuff. And she had my dinner on the stove. Me get me dinner. Me, I try to eat my dinner. She was like, put on the food and slow down because you're eating too fast. My stomach feels sick. Me, I beg her, make a cup of tea for me. While me, I don't know if you ever do them kind of workout here, but kind of reminded me of being in the military. Cause that's how they work you out. Well, I know in the infantry, that's how they work you out. You know, till you pass out or, or till you vomit and do up yourself and them kind of something. That's what we on. So I'm tired, mad tired. But I come put on a bright face and do this what I love do more than anything else. Karen noticed that spit mask looks scary. His sister said he has a mental health issue. Hannibal Lecter style Banches says King David. Dion Ricketts says definitely sick in the head. Sean Cassell says I don't believe he is mental. Kaz Robinson says, oh, so that means you'll be looking trim. Yes, Kaz, I'm about to be looking trim myself. I forget back in shape, man. Jeez. I had a bunch of setbacks, but it's no excuse. I had an extended version of COVID, and then I broke my ankle on my right foot and got put in a cast something. And then, just one thing after the other. So even now, while I'm walking, I still feel pain in that area. So I'm going to have to take my time and build it back up. I have a brace that I'm supposed to use when I do strenuous activities until it works itself back in. It wasn't a full break, but it was a huge crack, and the bone actually chipped off because I saw it on the x-ray. I'm looking at it like, yo, that's crazy. But hey, but this time, I now stop workout no matter what. I told my kids that. I say if I injure my feet, I'm still gonna work out my upper body and whatever else. If I injure my arm, I'm still gonna work out the rest of my body. My biggest mistake was stopping and not going back to the gym. Not doing that again. I'm gonna just stay on it this time. Cause summer 2023 gone. But you want to go outside and take off my clothes. I feel proud. Be outside naked. Well, not naked, but almost naked. Topless and them something that show off big chest and chisel up belly, and I couldn't do it. I, I couldn't do it. I was very insecure as a matter of fact. So, when you find yourself at the beach and you don't want to take off your clothes at the beach, that's when you know you have a problem. Some people are fine. I'm at the beach. I don't know, I see whales and G strings at the beach and they don't care. There's a lot of tourists that fly in where I live at, European tourists. All when the water chilly, them put on G string and gone, jump in our water. You could tell the Florida people because we not getting in the water when the water is like that. But they don't care, but me just care for me. I like me looking a certain way. And if I don't look that way, I ain't taking my clothes off for nothing. So I'll be at the beach in shirt. I swim in my shirt and everything, everything like that. Whales and G strings. Hey man, love yourself through all stages. Okay, love yourself through all stages. I'm not judging nobody. We're not made the same. Everybody is different, and we have different body type, and we have different. You understand? So love yourself through all stages. I'm not one of them cookie cutter people. You must look this way. Everybody look that way. No, no SouFLo. Somebody told them that whales and G strings look good. Boy, the people them just confident. Them confidence high. It's higher than mine. Cause me, I look way better than that, and I couldn't take my clothes off. Yeah, bunches them come free willy. Them come free willy. The amount of money them pay from Europe to come over here to come get a week on the beach. I'll take everything off too. Them expensive. You ever looked up? You ever look up them trip there? It is all some $1,350 just for the plane ticket. Then their accommodation is another $2,000. Then their car rental is another 1,000 and something dollar for the week. Them go there here. So yeah, you running like six, seven, $8,000 for. I'm taking everything off when I get there. Everything. I'm in a business. Who wants to belly? Who wants to titty? Who wants? I'm taking it all off. If you don't look good, I'm not wearing no suit. Pussy Galore says, if I don't look good, I'm not wearing no suit. Dion Ricketts said, even if my belly falling off my knees, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it off. Dion, your confidence high. My confidence wasn't so high over the summer, so I was at the beach in full clothes. Only time I took my clothes off was when I was in my tent. I go in my tent, I take off my clothes. I probably run straight down to the water, wet up a little bit, run back in my tent and lay down. And wife in the day I hug you up all the time. I try to make you feel like you still look good. Yeah, I'll be lying. Y'all be lying to us. We don't look good. Just tell us how we don't look good. Say, babe, go to the gym. Say it. Say, babe, go to the gym. We'll go. You have the man that they make your man feel like say I look good. One more thing before I start. I saw a brother yesterday. And damn. You know how we always say, oh, this guy look pregnant because the belly look like 9 months? It's the first I ever saw a belly close up where really looked like it was about to pop. Men, don't get yourself like that. It's not okay. A little bit of fat on your belly, yes. I'm not watch man, I'm talking about your health. Okay, a little bit of fat on your belly. Okay, we all getting older, grown people. After you pass 30, and 35, that metabolism, your metabolism draw bricks. Unless you're one of them people that never stopped your routine since you were like teenage years, or you take up some robust, aggressive routine. But once you hit 30 and start going past that, your body is gonna start responding differently, right? Like you eat two chicken wings, them going in your titty. You eat you eat you eat two beef patty, them going in your body jaw. Like your body is gonna start responding different, but don't allow yourself to get to where you look like you are a man that's a full 10 months pregnant, like you're overdue, because it's not healthy. Problems are on the horizon for you. I'm just saying, right? All right. Uh, 5Field63 says, hi, SouFlo and everyone else on this platform, all the way from England, Great Britain. Sorry for tuning in late. No, man, you're good. Anytime you tune in is good. We're just happy to have you tuning in. See? All right. Let's start out with this one. So, brother man who attacked the judge, here's a better look at him. Oh, God. Imagine if this is your child or this is your brother. He obviously going through something. That's how they got him in there. I don't think that boy just did that out of nowhere. And the first time I'm looking at him up close, he's pretty young. Well, you could tell by that jump he was pretty young. Cause if they pass certain age, you not jump that high and run that fast anymore. But he's pretty young. He's pretty athletic as well. He had to go before the same judge who he jumped on. And the judge was just laughing and smiling the whole time yesterday. He had about 20 police officers around him yesterday, handcuffed. His hands had gloves on them, like boxing gloves. That or a square thing, a cylindrical looking shape boxing gloves. He couldn't do nothing to nobody. So a man who was seen on a video jumping and attacking a judge in a courtroom that was sitting behind a bench in Clark County, Nevada last week was back in court on Monday and was sentenced by that same judge. But he was sentenced for a separate incident, not for what he did in the courtroom that day. Deborah Redden, he's Deobra Redden. It's not Deborah, it's Deobra. I said I would never name my son Deobra because people would have called him Deborah. Deborah Redding, or see, I keep saying it. Deobra Redding. He's 30 years old. He was sentenced to 19 months to 4 years in prison for a charge of attempted battery with substantial bodily harm. His hands, his mouth, his face were covered during his court appearance, as you can see, and Judge Mary Kay Holthus stressed that was the sentence that she planned to impose before she was attacked in the now video that has gone viral. So the sentence he got now is not for what he did. I repeat, this is a sentence she said this is exactly what she was going to give him. So when she said, his attorney was like, Your Honor, I think he is worthy of probation. And she was like, nah, we've tried that multiple times. I think it's time for him to taste something different. As she said, taste something different. That was what triggered him. And he went running and flew, it flew over the thing. I think he knew that she was going to sentence him to prison. So rewind, come again, back in front of the same judge. She gets to read the whole sentence this time. When we were last here, arguments were concluded and the court had begun to pronounce sentence when an incident occurred, an incident that was initiated by Mr. Redden, preventing the court from completing his sentencing, the judge said. Any other issues that may arise from the events that occurred last Wednesday, will be handled at a future date in a different courtroom. So he will have to go see a different judge to handle what he did in that courtroom to that judge because it's a conflict of interest. The judge who he jumped on can't sentence him because she would be biased, right? And she might be very, very biased. 100 years kind of thing. How dare you? So they give it to another judge. Redding was charged with 7 counts of battery on a protected person and battery in connection with last week's attack as well. The incident last week unfolded Wednesday after Redding and his attorney asked the judge for probation rather than time behind bars. The judge said, I think it's time for him to taste something else. I just can't with that history. Seconds later, he said, fuck that bitch. And read, I'm reading it from CNN. He said, I appreciate that, the judge said to his attorney. I appreciate that suggestion. You know, we tried probation, but I just can't. Not with his history. Uh, um, but I think it's time for that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't. I just can't. You know, with that history. Seconds later, Redden shouted, fuck that bitch, and ran, and ran towards the judge, leaping over the bench and attacking the judge. Redding then tackled the judge to the ground, and both of them disappeared from the camera's view behind the bench. The video shows. If in case y'all didn't see it, this was him flying over the judge's desk. Yo, that judge that high enough. It's not low. It's pretty high. So for him to get up, fuck that bitch. As others in the courtroom tried to restrain him, Redding screamed, "Fuck you too!" and he threw several punches. The judge stayed on the ground for several minutes before standing up, appearing to have hit her head. The judge says, I experienced some injuries, but I'll be okay. By Thursday, she was back at work, but she remained sore and stiff. Chief Judge Jerry Weiser told reporters. The district also, he injured the judge. Oh, damn. It's one thing to jump up there. You should have jumped and then missed. But he got the judge and he hurt her. Yeah. You know what? Right now he's in solitary confinement. Solitary confinement is just a place that is not conducive to somebody who has a mental health issue. Most people with mental health issues actually end up losing their minds even further once they're placed in solitary confinement. So I don't know, man. Y'all say a prayer for the brother. He obviously is not in the right mind frame, and he is obviously gonna have to go through the system. That could have been with little brother. That could be our cousin, our family member. You know, you never know. No sane person would do that. I seen a man in the courtroom punched the daylight out his own attorney. When the judge read his sentence, the judge was like, "You are hereby sentenced to 35 years in the Georgia State Correctional Facility." He did like this. Bang! he punched his own attorney so hard it was like he almost broke his attorney's face. His attorney was on the ground, like unconscious for a couple of seconds in the courtroom. I'm saying you could have punched your attorney. You didn't have to go after the judge. I'm not right. Did y'all see this one? Which is not on my list to talk about, but this is Andrew Holness yesterday. So Andrew Holness is on his court, holding court because election time is coming about. Let me say something. Big up to Montego Bay people, them, right? Because they're the first people that I've seen that did not act like they were starstruck when they saw the prime minister. They actually had questions, and they actually were talking. It looked like them did a weird theme, It looked like they were talking to him. He go around and do these press conferences, right? And I think there are people that are set there, so it looks good for the media. But Mobia never played that yesterday. So when him land on Mobia yesterday, it was totally unscripted. Check this out. Let me see.
Rice and chicken back to dear you, just like it's expensive. No violence. A $300 pound for chicken back. Man, thing we need to develop. We need things. 13,000 to a little bit. Mr. Brogan, I want thing more to tell them boss. I run my business, I don't want to pay them tax like the Chinese. That's all. That's all I want to the boss. I run my business, I don't pay no tax like the Chinese. Me live now, then I Dr. Chang roll up down in and nothing up there.
Andrew now pay no mind, you know.
They live for years. Only when election time he come around. No. See Mr. Chang there. Mr. Chang, me live in paradise and know me. The place need police station at Uga. Rice and chicken back to dear you, just like it's expensive. No violence. A $300 pound for chicken back.
He don't give a damn. Now see from the door open right now.
13,000 to a little bit. Mr. Brogan, I want thing more to tell them boss. I run my business, I don't want to pay them tax like the Chinese. That's all.
I want to run one business, I don't pay no tax like the Chinese. That's all.
Business, I don't pay no tax like the Chinese. Me live now, then I Dr. Chang roll up down in and nothing up there.
Nothing up there.
They live for years. Only when election time he come around. No.
People are waking up.
Mr. Chang, me live in paradise and know me. The place need police station at Uga.
Remember, I know. Mobile, St. James, not just Mobile, St. James. That's where I think that's the most volatile place in Jamaica next to St. Catherine. So they carry the murder rate swing, right? The people they're telling him their wants, their needs, but he's not paying no attention to them. The man heavily securityed up. I'm security that look paro, but big up to Mobile because y'all are the first ones, me see. Whenever go on like say a starstruck, like you just see Michael Jackson. Cause everywhere else he goes, I'm watching him in Portland the other day, and he drove. And I don't know whoever is doing his videoing for his campaign and putting it on social media and managing the social media. If I was them, I would have kept the video a little bit higher and missed the big old pothole them in the road. There were some potholes in the road that look like swimming pools. And they driving in a convoy of vehicles, vehicle behind vehicle. And you can see the vehicle in front of them. I think it had the Prime Minister in it. And you can see how the vehicle like dipping at the big old pothole, splash and come back out. And they're fighting to go navigate the road, only to go stand up and talk to the people them. And the people them not have nothing more to say other than, big up my Prime Minister, respect you to the fullest, you know, sir. And I love you, you know, and we are going to vote for you again. And I'm like, the man traveled the CM Frig up road, got talk to the people them and delivered hope and dreams and left. Yeah. And the people never said anything. They never said nothing about the condition of them roads, and they never said nothing about. Saw somebody in the comment section saying, every time I know I complain about road, because I left a comment, right? Every time I know I complain about road, find something else to complain about. The man say he's fixing up the infrastructure. Listen, all my life, the same roads that I grew up seeing, we have the big old swimming pool pothole them, go look upon them today. And they've been like that since I was old enough to walk road. And remember, 4, 5, 6 years old, the road them stay the same way to this day. And the reason why we pick on Andrew, because he's the one that's in power right now. If somebody else gets in power, we'll be picking on them too. Go fix the damn road until they don't fix it and then come out of power and somebody else go in. So it just comes with the territory. And I said we are singling him out. We're not picking on him. We just want him to do something that makes sense because he's in a position to do so. You understand? If it was somebody else in that position, we'll be picking on them too. But enough of that Jamaica politics stuff. I wanted to talk about this morning, a sex scandal rocking Trump case in Georgia. Remember, I told y'all, right? They're overconfident. Them don't care. They don't care because the same thing has worked for them over the years. Them knows that the people them backwards. They know that the people them worship them instead of holding them accountable. They know it. All they have to do is show up, and it's like God showed up in their presence. You know, I'm gonna go touch hands with the peasants. I saw when name the wife. She there party a dance and dancehall music a play. She act like she out partying and braffing. We'll get to her at another day. And marry something, but we'll get to her at another day. I said, wow, these people really know how to turn it up to make Jamaican people feel like so they're one of them when election time come round. Seeing? But you don't ever see her out doing that. Me see her the other day, she get a whole heap of views. She's of the other persuasion. So you know Jamaicans go crazy over her because she look like a white woman. Voss wife is who I'm talking about. Daryl Voss wife. Now she out a road. I do all kind of new dance. So just come in and it looks so tacky to me. But hey, whatever, man. And then me see her in a party last night. I kiss man pan face and all kind of something. They know what they doing. Let me kiss the black one. So everybody who is black, cause Jamaica is majority black people, so them can think that me are one of them. Of course, they're gonna ask where my husband is and who is this tall, handsome young black man with me a drop and kiss pan him face. Them know they know exactly what the Ross them a do. But the people fall for it all the time. They fall for it all the time. One more thing me I gotta say. Buju Banton. Buju Banton put out a statement on social media the other day. Buju Banton said, are y'all gonna just sit around and continue to let this happen? That's it. The man never put it, he didn't attach it to anything. He said, are y'all just gonna sit around and allow this to continue to happen? Let me tell you what happened. Read between the lines, cause me not spell it out because y'all know what goes along with this. Them people that showed up, and them people that showed up in droves in his comment section, they bombed Buju Banton comment section. Oh, we're gonna make sure that you stop getting supported. I bet you won't ever fly to so and so again and do a show. Matter of fact, our people run Jamaica. We control Jamaica as well. So and so and so. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell did Bujo say about them? Why they were all in his comment section like that? I don't know. We're gonna blacklist you, like a Rasta boy. So, yo, they were just disrespectful up and down. You can guess who those people are. Let's just put it this way. Me I talk about the people them where you don't talk about. Cause if you talk about them, everything get frig up for you. Them people there. And I was wondering, I was trying to connect to what the hell did Bujo do? Like, how did this connect to them? He could have been saying, yo, Jamaica is, you want to see how the political situation are going? Y'all just going to continue to sit there and let this happen, just make the murder rate spike out of control. You know, wages go up. Wages are stagnant for, the average person, while cost of living is skyrocketing through the roof. Election time is coming. You know, I run behind the same person. You know, I could just sit there and let this just happen. It could have been anything else that statement could have been applied to. Y'all just gonna sit there and just let this continue to happen. And the people them bomb him comments. And the thing about it, Buju never answered not one of them. I don't know. Buju looked like he was scared or what, but he hasn't really been on social media since. Seeing? All she wear is clocks, BM says. Yeah, all she wears clocks when election time come round. A Gucci shoes them girl they wear, red bottoms and them thing there. Half of people taxpayers' money. Only when election time comes, she wear clocks and find a dance hall and study the latest dances pan TikTok and come do them pan video in at the party and kiss two black man pan them face. But I know the ABC people is the other people them. I'm gonna leave that right there, so come. Me no want in them mix up and I'll move right along. I'm not championing anybody's cause because I've been here for years and none of them never reach out and champion nothing for me. I had to fight. All when I was saying all the wrong things. Nowadays, them come said the same things I've been saying for years and act like it's them been saying it. Yesterday, a headline out of Jamaica said a man was killed, gunned down. A man who was on bail for murder was gunned down. Me not remember his name. But the comment section was flooded with when are they going to start listening to this vlogger? Them said the vlogger don't have no sense. Them call him the little vlogger boy when I have no sense. And when I check who it was they were talking about, I was like, look how long I've been saying that. And not only how long I've been saying that, how repeatedly I've been saying that. Haven't I always been saying that one of the biggest things in Jamaica as far as justice goes is everybody gets bail? How do you give somebody bail on a murder charge, right? And then they either go away and kill the people who are supposed to be witnesses, and that's how they end up beating the cases. Because when it's time for witnesses to show up, no witnesses are around. Or they get gunned down because the people who they violated and killed their family members, the people them say, no, go so you can't kill my father or kill my brother and you out here walk up and down on bail. Me see you happy every day. You are bra Friday night, gone a party and all that. So it increases the murder rate. How long I've been saying that? Right. Them say him say it, and he been saying it, and he's the only one that's saying it. So hey, listen, you do the work. You don't really care about who gets the accolades, but I'm careful how I speak certain things because I know that if my platform gets teared down, I won't have it tear down because I was trying to defend somebody. Because the persons them out there who could have been standing with me all these years to make that message louder, they ignored me all them years. You know, them ignore me all the years and act like I wasn't saying nothing. And now them turn it around and I said the same things as if they had this bright idea out of nowhere. No, none of them will say, yeah man, SouFLo, and check it. They see us and they follow us and they hear what we say and they just regurgitate it. I saw Lisa Hanna did a spread the other day, for lack of better word, and the spread said something about the words that was said. Is this young lady who is they're trying to get some justice for her right now, Shanika Gray. Shanika Gray. And you know the language that was used when they were doing stuff to her, like hold the camera. Yeah, me, I'll make a sacrifice. Stab me or stab her up. And somebody else was like, I chop off her, I chop up her blood clot or something like that. And she was like, oh my God, in such aggressive language and the language that was used and all this other stuff, you know. And of course, now they're going to start talking about mental health and there are crazy people amongst us in our society. And we must take certain things more serious and this, that, and the other. And who sees something, knows something, and all that. All the stuff regurgitated that we've been saying that they could have been amplifying. Them just wait a little bit and then start act like them are the ones that are coming up with this thing. Other people beside me, along with me, have been saying these things for years now. But I guess they listen to who they want to listen to. It's kind of like Monique. Flip it to an American situation, right? Monique, the actress Monique. Wasn't Monique out here saying black women in Hollywood are underappreciated and grossly underpaid? Wasn't she out here saying that? Guess what happened to her? Remember? She got blackballed. She got blacklisted. She couldn't get a movie to save her life. Shout out to 50 Cent. 50 Cent says, yo, a talent as raw as Monique's talent, it's a shame to see her just sitting there and nobody is reaching out, sending her scripts, hiring her, paying her what she's worth, whatever. I'm going to put her back to work because I want her to be back to work, right? And then he put her in a movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, no. But me and wifey watched that movie the other day. I mean, I tell you, you know, Monique is such a raw talent. Like she embodied I hope I can remember the name of the movie because I want y'all to see it. That movie, she went from normal and nice to straight psycho in the movie. Had me jumping out of my couch like me a jumping on my wife lap like a me a the girl. that kind of way. So she's that good with her acting. But wasn't she saying all this though before? So the people who were supposed to stand beside her and say, man, we could benefit from what she is saying, right? Let's join forces with her and amplify this message. What did they do? The Taraji P. Hensons and all of them, what did they do? They went quiet. Them top talk. Monique said, when I called out Tyler Perry, I didn't call out Tyler Perry because he's a black man. I called out Tyler Perry because he knows the situation and he black like us. And Tyler Perry didn't reach into a pool of people, just like what Cat Williams said. Tyler Perry didn't reach into a pool of actors and actresses who nobody knows. When they met Tyler Perry, they were all already established, right? So he basically used their stardom to elevate his projects. And while he was doing that, yeah, he kept them working, but were you paying them what they were worth? Right? So you came along and did the same thing. I'll flip another script for you. It's kind of like our musical artists, when they get big, watch what they do. They'll go back to the hood, back to the streets, back to where they're from. They'll recruit new talent, and they'll lock those new talents into the same frigged up contracts that somebody locked them into and robbed them. Nobody is sitting the young artists down and being like, yo, here what? Them robbed me, you know. You see my first 2 albums, me do? Never get no money off of them, brother. I don't want that happen to you. So check this out. Read the contract properly, right? Matter of fact, get your attorney. Look over the contract with you. You need a good entertainment attorney. Look over the contract with you, because I'm looking at your contract right now and it says right here, so that you are going to be profiting only 30% of everything that you own. And everything where you own, including merchandise, your touring money, this, that, and the other, them are profit 70% off of it. You see it? And you're ready for sign. You missed that. You know, teach them how to read these contracts. Put them in a better position. Ain't nobody doing that. They looking for their own so they could pull them in and leech off of them as well. It's crazy. It's sad. But that's what we do. So, hey, don't wait for nobody to stand up next to you. Keep championing your cause, and the world will hear. And, you know, what's to be done will be done that way. So the man who jumped on the judge, he out the way. The situation in Georgia with this lady, check this out. I told y'all, I said, I hope this sister is on the straight and narrow, because if she's going after Donald Trump, then politics is a dirty game. I'm switching topics. Politics is a dirty game. We have like 15 minutes. If this woman is not on the straight and narrow, they're going to dig up any and everything Panar. Lo and behold, I wake up this morning to this. Watch this.
This is rocking President Trump's case in Georgia. The Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney, Fani Willis, has been accused of appointing her lover as a special prosecutor in the case against Donald Trump. DA Fani Willis is responsible for taking Trump's mugshot. Also allegedly financially The Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney, Fani Willis, has been accused of appointing her lover as a special prosecutor in the case against Donald Trump. DA Fani Willis is responsible for taking Trump's mugshot. Also allegedly financially benefited from hiring her lover, Nathan Wade, on that Trump case. This is according to a motion that was just filed by Wade, the co-defendant. Now, who is this romantic partner who Fani Willis hired? He was just a private attorney who's never even tried a felony case. Even the Times says he has, quote, limited experience trying high-profile cases. But get this, Fani's alleged lover has been paid nearly $1 million in legal fees already. Who authorized the payments? That would be Fani. Where'd she get the money? Oh, that's your money. Came from the taxpayers. They've allegedly gone on luxury vacations to Napa Valley, even taking Caribbean cruises. And Fani isn't even denying that she's hired a guy she's sleeping with to prosecute Trump. sex scandal is rocking.
Yo. I I don't even know what to say. I, y'all help y'all help me out. I'm choking. I don't even know what to say. Remember when I said, right? I said, go back and look. I said, why is come on now? Let's be for real. Let's talk raw. This is the United States of America, okay? A powerful man like Donald Trump. You have a sister going after him with no brakes. She ain't pumping no brakes. She just going all in. She like, yeah, and what? And I want this. Let's go, kind of thing. I don't care what y'all gotta say. I'm going in. I'm going in. And I'm like, yo, if she has all her I's dotted and all her T's crossed, it's all good. I hope this comes out the way it should come out. But I hope she's squeaky clean. And I hope there's no funny stuff going on. I actually said, I hope somebody is not pulling her strings and using her as the face to do this. Here we are. What? Y'all know this is not normal, right?
President Trump's case in Georgia. The Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney, Fani Willis, has been accused of appointing her lover as a special prosecutor in the case against Donald Trump. DA Fani Willis is responsible for taking Trump's mugshot, also allegedly financially benefited from hiring her lover, Nathan Wade, on that Trump case. This is according to a motion that was just filed by Wade, the co-defendant. Now, who is this romantic partner who Fani Willis hired? He was just a private attorney who's never even tried a felony case.
You can't go like that, Crystal
Even
G.
the Times says he has, quote, limited experience trying high-profile cases.
You are listening.
But get this. Fanny's alleged lover has been paid nearly $1 million in legal fees already. Who authorized the payments? Oh, that would be Fani. Where'd she get the money? Oh, that's your money. Came from the taxpayers. They've on a luxury.
Look. Okay, listen. Crystal G says at least her lover will know what she wants him to do. No, it's a conflict of interest that could throw away the whole case. It's a conflict of interest that could throw away the whole case. But hey, let's see how far this goes. And you know what? If any of this is not true, then of course she can countersue. And she can, because you see what happened to Giuliani recently, right? Giuliani came out and said a bunch of slanderous things about a mother-daughter group that helped with the election. They've been doing that for forever. And things got bad for them when Giuliani put them on blast. They had to move away from where they were living at. They had people coming through in hoods and robes, burning crosses on their lawn, threatening their lives and stuff. They ended up winning. How much did they win the other day? I covered the story. I don't remember. Is it like $100 and something million? Rudolph Giuliani had to file bankruptcy. So I'm saying Fani Willis can come back like that. As in, this is all lies. I've never had an affair with this man. This is a slandering because he has the money and resources to try to do so, but the law will prevail because I stand on the right side of the law. I hope that that's what her comeback is. Because if her comeback is, yeah, it's true. It's true. He going through a divorce and me and him sleeping together on the job. You know, we've been hunching and I'm hooking him up with. That's no different from Andrew Holness giving the contracts to his brethren, them that own the construction companies in Jamaica, instead of distributing them properly and accordingly. It's no different. So you can't say yay over there and nay over here. If it's wrong, it's wrong. You know, $148 million Kaitai Jai Empress. Right. See? Hey man, more power to them. I'm just hoping it's not. So, two things in one. Why do people who look like this, and again, I know everybody is gonna go, but out of many we are one, and it's our motto. But I see a lot of these type of people right here. The dreadlocks don't fool me. I could tell your ancestry. I see a lot of these type of people right here advocating for like the wrong things, right? In Jamaica, right? Like for instance, would you have a problem with a teenager being sentenced to 20 years minimum in prison if that teenager committed a murder? Would you? I wouldn't. If a teenager commits a murder, this is what we've been asking for. We've been advocating for. We've been advocating and asking for stiffer penalties for murder, right? Here comes this organization in Jamaica that's, and I just lost my page too. They're called the SUFJ. And they're urging the Jamaican government to rethink. And they're citing all kinds of stuff like you're not taking into consideration the social background of the child. You're not taking into consideration, let me see, SUFJ urging Jamaican lawmakers to rethink 20-year prison sentence for children. I don't know if you ever talked to some of them youth here that are supposed to be children. You get some suck your mother and some you think them afraid of you. They're not scared of you. They don't even care. On Tuesday, June 20th, UNICEF Jamaica made submission to the Joint Selection Committee of Parliament is currently reviewing, and today they are currently reviewing the Child Care Protection Act of 2004. That's not what that is. That's not the one. It's the one for the prison sentence. I just lost my pages. But anyhow, it was about the lawmakers in Jamaica have sat on this. It's 20 years minimum for juveniles who commit murder. I think that's good. I say that's fine. Here's the thing. Gather up your, what a word what them used to call picnic well let loose. Gather up your rugrat them. Parents are gonna have to start raising their children proper, better. That's where the responsibility lies. And we have to start holding our children accountable. Get your wild hog them. Yeah, gather up your wild hog them. We have to start being accountable and holding our children accountable. Our children aren't babies. A lot of these kids that are committing murder, they're just a few years away from being an adult, right? There has to be some kind of a punishment, some kind of a deterrent. If you think 20 years is too long for a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old that took a life, you crazy. That person will be out of prison at 35 years old. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What going?
Not too bad, no. I'm not calling, but I was listening to the program, you know.
Yeah. All is well.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
Same to you, my brother.
You and the family. Pertaining to the last topic of the show, right? Jamaicans for Justice and these child care services and all of these advocacy groups, right? I don't think they care for the average Jamaican people, you know. Whenever victims are at play, right? Nobody considers what victims go through of losing a family member, a loved one. Nobody talks about that, you know?
Exactly.
I've lost my father under normal circumstances, right? Under sickness. And I know that pain of losing a family member due to sickness, right?
Right.
And not having that person. And I could not imagine somebody taking a family member's life of mine and me not getting justice for that family member, you know?
Right.
And people who are victims tend to want to seek revenge. That's why you have reprisal killings, etc., and that drive up the murder rate.
Exactly.
But there has to be a deterrent and there has to be laws put in place to hold juveniles accountable, because if you have a lawless country where people think, say, listen, me can murder a man and literally get away with it, then you have a country where the murder, when you look at the average age of killers, it will be people from the age of mostly 15 to early 20s or late 20s. And even today, if you look at Jamaica, look at the persons who commit murders who have been locked up, right? And who have been persecuted and who are wanted are from the ages of between 15 to late 30s. That is majority of murders in Jamaica.
Right.
And it starts from early. You get me saying? And what I also realize with these advocacy groups, SouFLo, a lot of them are not even Jamaicans. They come from the Sweden, they come from the America, and they come to little Jamaica to settle, because them can have a bigger voice compared to when they're from their homeland. You get me?
Exactly, and that is why I showed her just now as well. She's obviously, even if she was born in Jamaica, brother, she is not touched by what is going on. She's not affected by what is going on. I was doing the background check on another advocate, and I realized, because she was saying 50 years is too much for adults who commit murder, and that the government in Jamaica need to consider rehabilitation more. And I'm like, 50 years too much for a grown person who commit murder, you kill a next person, and you live uptown and you've been uptown your whole life in some secluded gated community of an affluent family. Nobody in your family ever been killed or anything like that. The majority of Jamaicans have been touched in some way or know somebody close that has been. And you here telling the government about relax on the penalties for murder. It don't make no sense to me.
Right?
Eh?
Why them not tell Uncle Sam and these people and the Queen of England and the relevant people from those countries? Why them not tell them say 50 years too long when a man murder a man?
All right. Because
they can never tell a judge in America say 50 or 40 years or 60 years. And let me tell you how American justice system for SouFLo. A man will be 60 and commit murder, isn't it? And say in 20 years, I know say he might go dead in the next 10 years. Them jail 100 years just for the fun of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing, that Jamaica doesn't do that, you know. So two things with Jamaica. Jamaica does not have the death penalty. They have it, but they don't use it. And we found out now, through doing some research, that the law lords in the UK says that Jamaica shouldn't use it. That's why them can't use it. It's still on their books, but they can't use it. England does not do it as well. So when England cut it out and said it was too inhumane, they made Jamaica cut it out as well, because England is Jamaica's boss. Connect the dots. Then, on top of that, Jamaica also does not hold anybody in prison for life without the possibility of parole. There's no sentence like that.
And
right.
You make a good point, and just look at a lot of people who just, for example, police arrest them, right? For serious murder charge, and then get out on bail. Realize a lot of these people are repeat offenders who go back in prison.
Absolutely.
Look at them go kill the next man when they come out.
Absolutely.
Clansman trial is a prime example in SouFLo.
Absolutely.
A lot of them were released, you know, and here so some of them dead, you know, because the next gunman killed them, and a lot of them end up getting arrested again because them kill a man.
Still so in the same lifestyle.
Yeah, the government has to put in something that they have to put in measures and laws and reform a lot of these laws in the country, because we definitely have a lot of outdated laws. We have more outdated laws than dated laws.
Absolutely.
And my last point is, the motto is out of many one people, but for how many people? You know, say?
Yeah.
God bless them.
Manners and respect. All right. I'm going to end that part and then go into the immigration part. The only thing I have to say about that is this. When you have experienced this, you will change your mind. If you are from an affluent part of society and you have never been touched by the atrocities that the average Jamaican experiences, endures, or knows of closely, first, second hand, you shouldn't even be in a position to speak or suggest, yet alone have the right to form some advocacy group that would try to tell the government to go easy on murderers. We don't care what age the murderer is. I think we need to go even harder. You know what I mean? If we're not going to do the death penalty, why aren't we doing life in prison without the possibility of parole? If we're not going to do those, why aren't we implementing, putting back into place hard labor? When we say hard labor, man gets sentenced to hard labor now. You know where hard labor is? Go chill out with the homies. Go chill out with the linky them, with the brethren them, with the friend them, and rub off my liquor time. Yeah, man, the time soon run off. Soon come back a road. That hard labor. Have them out the door at work. They do it here in the US. And y'all imitate almost everything the US does. So imitate that too. And I don't want to hear nothing about them bad man brethren will come try rescue them and shoot out with police, because we know how to take care of that already. So stop with the excuses, get hard on crime, and create laws that are actual deterrents. And that's a good start. That's all. The last one for the morning now. Traveling abroad as a new US citizen or a green card holder. This might not apply to a lot of you, but then again, there might be some sense in this for some of you, because I've seen people do stuff that they should know not to do, but them just never know. So shout out to the loop. Even US citizens who are newly naturalized might get anxious when they are traveling overseas. Yeah, because you just get your papers, and you're not sure if you really work on all these things. I remember feeling that way. There are very important things to note for both US citizens and green card holders when they are traveling overseas. As a new US citizen, meaning you recently took your oath and you got your US passport, you will travel with your US passport. Even if you have a passport for another country, because you have dual citizenship, you will still need your US passport to get back into the US. I heard somebody giving out some misinformation the other day and said, me a dual citizenship. Me just travel with my Jamaican passport alone. Me not even really use my US passport. I'm back and forth. That's not what this says. Unless the laws have changed. This says even if you hold dual citizenship, you will still need your US passport to get back into the US. So you know what, I'm gonna show up, coming back, left your passport in Jamaica, and here you are showing up with your Jamaican passport, and they're requesting your US passport. Now, while abroad, even if it is your country of birth, it's very important to make sure that you check in with the US embassy in that country. Honestly, I've never done that. This is doubly true if you're going to a new destination. How many of us ever traveled to a new destination and the first thing we did was go, where is the US embassy located here? Let's go find it and check in with them. I've never done that. But they say it's a great thing for you to do. Find the time to go to the nearest US embassy in that country and register as a US citizen. If there is a disaster or any sudden disaster happening on the country or in the country, or emergency situations happening, you will be on a list. They will know that you're there, and you will be one of the people that, they get to quicker. So more than likely you can be rescued, kind of thing. Importantly too, as a US citizen, if you go back to your country of birth or other country where you have citizenship, there is no time frame within which you have to return to the US, because you're also a citizen of that country as well. We know that part there. I hope you all know that as well. So when you're on a green card, you can only stay out for a certain period of time. If you're a citizen, you can stay out indefinitely. In most instances, you can stay there as long as you want to, as well, as long as you have your documentation to prove that you are indeed a citizen of both countries. So, if you have dual citizenship between Jamaica and the US, you can go to Jamaica and stay there as long as you want to. You can come back to the US and stay here as long as you want to. Of course, you have citizenship here, but they won't revoke your citizenship for here because you've been in Jamaica for too long. Understand? Just a little FYI. I think most of us knew that already. Banches says, I use the US passport, but can point out country of birth within the U.S. passport don't really need the passport for your country for a long stay. I don't know. Shay says when you get a citizenship, don't they have you relinquish rights to any other country and you have to apply for dual citizenship if you want it? Yes, that's true. You swear an allegiance to the United States of America when you get your US citizenship. But other countries and the US also does permit dual citizenship. So it's just a formalities thing then. Yeah, so it seems like you're denouncing all other countries in order to collect your US citizenship, but really you're not. You're just going through the formalities. You say the oath, you get your thing, and then maybe if your country, for instance, allows dual citizenship, you could go apply for it later. Depending. Depending. Because certain jobs or career fields prohibits it, even though the country allows it. Certain jobs or career fields in the US prohibits you having a dual citizenship. So you have to look into all those things as well, right? Kaz Robinson says you need a passport for your country of birth if you are staying longer than the permitted time. Not if you're a citizen. If you're a citizen, Kaz, you don't need, because you're a citizen. So there's no limited time to your stay. Make sure your US passport will not expire. Here's another one. Okay, in most instances, you can stay there as long as you want to as well. As long as you have your documentation to prove that you are indeed a citizen of both countries. Make sure your US passport will not expire while you are abroad. Also, you hear that? Make sure your US passport does not expire while you are abroad. And also, if your passport from another country expires while you are there, it's a good idea to renew it while you are there. No matter wait till it expire, and then you're here in the US trying to get it renewed in Jamaica. It's much easier to get it done there while you're there, right? Just a little FYI. Unlike green card holders, US citizens can remain out of the country for as long as they wish. There is no rule that requires a US citizen to be back in the country for any specific period of time. Remember me telling us that when I was younger, I went to the UK, and when I came back, they got me at the airport in Miami. Carried me in a back room, searched me up on everything, and the lady said, I'm gonna do you a favor, because I was young, right? She was like young and dumb. But if you had come in tomorrow instead of today, you would have been on a flight heading to Jamaica, and I would not have let you in here. That's what she said to me. And she said, don't ever do this again. And I never did. But you know, I got England and I was having so much fun. And I was just, I wasn't even thinking about no immigration, nothing. Well, I wasn't until I got the letter from at the Queen's request. Yeah, when they were requesting that I remove myself from the UK or I'd be deported. I still laugh at that to this day because the heading of the letter said at the Queen's request. And I thought, poor little old me. Like the Queen knows I'm here and the Queen is telling me to get out. This is big, but me never know, say it was just a letterhead. You're young and you don't really know nothing. Okay, so unlike the green card holders, US citizens, you can stay out as long as you want to. Okay. For green card holders, make sure you have your green card with you when you're traveling. Now, let me tell you something. Green card holders, you don't have the same rights as citizens. Obviously, that should be common sense. That should be common sense. I had a brethren of mine who was telling me, say, his mother go down like 7, 8, 9 times for the year. And he goes down like 7, 8, 9 times for the year. So me say, I met him through this platform. He wasn't no brethren to hang out with. So I asked him, I said, do you have a business in Jamaica? He said, no, but just not like they're foreign. Every time I just come in and get what I forget and then I want to prefer they in my yard, right? Right. And I told him that you're going to lose your green card because the premise of the green card, why they gave it to you, it comes with an understanding that you will work towards citizenship. It's like a tryout for citizenship. That's what a green card is basically. They want you work here. They want you to establish yourself here, pay taxes into the system here. And once you prove that for a given period of time, then you qualify for citizenship, right? But the way you are go and the way you spend more time in Jamaica than you do here, and you have a green card, the more take it away. I kid you not. About the day after or the 2 days after, he called me and he was like, yo, then them just stopped my mother at the airport and them strip her of her green card at the airport. They said, you been to Jamaica like any reason why you're traveling this much? Like why you because you're spending more time. Same thing I said to him. Because you're spending more time in Jamaica than you are here. You're a green card holder. They took away her green card. They said to her, this is what he told me. He said they said to her, you don't need a green card. You need a visitor's visa. You don't need a green card. You need a visitor's visa. Reduced her to a visit upon a visa. Yep. So, so y'all be careful out there. All right. Unlike green card holders, U.S. citizens can remain out of the U.S. for as long as they wish, and there is no rule that requires them to be in the U.S. for any specific period of time. For green card holders, make sure you have your green card with you when you're traveling. If it is expired and you have applied for a new card or applied or to remove conditions, it is likely that you will only get a receipt notice that says the life of the expired green card is extended and that the combination of the receipt notice and the expired green card is sufficient to travel. I'm going to tell you what, I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even do that. I want my actual card in my hand because then they're going to haul and pull you anyways, right? Now they're telling you travel with that receipt and the expired green card. So for those of you say in an emergency situation, grandma passed away, you have to go to the funeral, you never realize say your green card expired, but it is, you apply, they send you a receipt, you can go travel on your expired green card with the receipt that says you have applied for an extension or a renewal of your green card and it has been approved. It just hasn't been sent to you yet. So you don't have the physical new green card yet. That dangerous. And I wouldn't do that unless it's severe emergency. Don't do that for a fun. Oh, we're just going down to Mexico for the weekend. Don't do that just for fun, just for that. That's my advice to you on that. Right? I think COVID, you had up to a year, special circumstances. And Asare Odetta says, I did before with the receipt and I had no problem. All right. That's testimony. She said she did that before with the receipt and she had no problem. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Not unless it was an emergency. And you went to Germany. For what? Just for fun? Babe, I know I'm cutting into your gym time. I'm about to end right now. King Big said, I'm afraid. Just for fun. No, you're brave. Me not do that. Anyway, this is where we cut it off this morning. Stay tuned later on during the day because what's your name? The answer, what's your name there? And I'm about to go do my video on that. And it should be up shortly. Big up on yourself. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. I swear I'm trying to stay on or get here earlier so we can talk more. But, things are beat me. But give me a minute to get readjusted and tweak things a little bit and we'll be right back to normal. All right? Walk with God. Be good. Think about the things you do before you do them. Actions have consequences and karma don't miss. Remember that. All right? And I'll see you tomorrow right here on Morning Thoughts. One love. I'm out. Peace.